I chose to do my presentation on conduct disorder. Conduct disorder has 15 behaviors under 4 categories that can be present in a student with conduct disorder in the previous year or at least in the last 6 months. The 4 categories are aggressive to people and animals, property destruction, deceptiveness or theft, and serious rule violations. Characteristics of students with conduct disorder can state that they have an increased risk of delinquency and antisocial personality disorders. They typically coexist with ADHD and ODD. The verbal aggression can be anywhere between swearing, naming, calling, and rude language. They often have high rates for future alcoholism and substance abuse, and difficulty in all relationships, including marriage. Social emotional characteristics of students with conduct disorder state that they have reactive aggression, whether they're being mean, impulsive, poor frustration tolerance, or they have proactive aggression, meaning they do to get whatever that they want. They're callous and unemotional. They have difficulty interpreting facial sadness in others and difficulty interpreting their own emotions as well. Etiology is another characteristic of students with conduct disorder, meaning that genetically these students often have parents who have alcohol dependency or mood disorder, schizophrenia, a history of ADHD or conduct disorder themselves. In their environment, mother has often been excessively smoking or drinking, or during the family it's very dysfunctional. They often have harsh discipline, parental rejection, neglect, physical and sexual abuse, and exposure to violence. Their cognitive ability states that they have difficulties with attention, planning, and verbal memory, lower verbal average intelligence to antisocial behavior. They often have cognitive distortions, misinterpretations of events, and these interpretations can be due to past experience in their learning environment. Prevalence of students with conduct disorders are higher in the low socioeconomic status groups. Boys are often identified with ODD as early as age 3, then with conduct disorder identified around age 9. It's often more identified in boys than in girls. Boys are more aggressive, they fight, vandalize, and overtly break rules, whereas girls tend to run away, steal, lie. They are aggressive in groups, and they use relational aggression such as gossiping and excluding others. Academic ability and accommodations for students with conduct disorder states that students with conduct disorders often have low reading and verbal skills. They may fail school because they skip school often. They're typically not in general education classrooms and often placed in alternative settings. More than one adult should be in the classroom at all times. Educators should respond to student aggression using a non-threatening or non-emotional tone. Interventions for students with conduct disorder states that cognitive behavioral therapy often improves social skills, communication, and anger management. Also, it is helpful to have students keep logs or telemarks or draw their aggressive and emotional reactions. Provide, if able to, please provide a parent training program to teach parents how to interact positively with their child. The supportive classroom environment to support all students, but also specifically students with disability. According to Gordino and Fullerton, the article states that teachers should provide a well-organized classroom environment. This helps maintain positive interactions between students and teachers. Also, modifying areas of student personal space, desks, and changing stimulation distractions. However, according to my and my colleagues' experiences as an educator, it is important to keep clear lines of communication open with parents each week, either through emails, texting, or using applications. This will also provide communication outside of school to discuss students' behavior, grades, and assignments. Seeking the support of the school psychologist and social worker and speech pathologist also helps with teaching and coping strategies for students in learning or behavior disabilities. Never forget that students are a product of their environment. By creating a supportive environment, students can learn to feel safe and willingly to participate and cooperate in the classroom. Thank you.